Hey, good evening guys. Happy blessed Friday. Welcome to Poetry Corner. Thank you for visiting me. I've already got two little visitors here, look. Hello, Mr. Snowman. Mr. Snow is here. Someone's letting off fireworks, I don't like it. And we got little toffee pops here, look. Little toffee pops, you're hard to get in the camera, you are. There. This is toffee pops. This is toffee pops here, look. They're only staying close because someone's letting fireworks off up in the back. I don't like it. You don't like it, dear boys. Never mind. Hello guys, thank you for joining me in Poetry Corner. Now we're off to Topsy Tickle Town, chapter 62. This is the day the mirrors started showing other possibilities. So let's read on and see what's going off. It began in Lady Tillytock's hallway, where a perfectly respectable mirror suddenly stopped reflecting her hat. Instead it showed her wearing a sparkling crown of sunflowers and a robe made entirely of polite bees. Well, she blinked, that's new. Topsy Tickletown quickly discovered that every mirror now displayed something else and not what it was supposed to be. But what could have been? If someone had taken a different step, made a different choice, or eaten a different breakfast. So Stumblepants looked into his shaving mirror and saw himself as a fearless lion tamer. The lion in the reflection yawned and asked for some toast. Captain Wobbleboots found himself reflected as a tap-dancing astronomer on Mars. The Martians applauded with all their 7 of their elbows. Princess Gigglepants peeked at her wardrobe mirror and found herself riding a giant bubble for a kingdom where everything smelled of strawberries. She made a mental note to visit someday. The town square mirror, usually used for adjusting your hat, showed scenes of Topsy Tickletown in alternate moods. A rainy day version where everyone wore cheerful umbrellas. A pancake-themed festival where even the pigeons flipped flapjacks. An heroic moment in which a waffle saved the mayor from a runaway wheelbarrow. Professor Fumblepop scribbled rapidly. This is extraordinary. We are witnessing dimensionality, hypothetical reflective speculation. His pocket mirror showed him as a cool jazz saxophonist. He blushed. But trouble began when the largest mirror in the museum, the grand-looking glass of glistening truth, started calling out unnecessary to passers-by. It says like, want to see who you are? Want to see who you'd be if you'd learned to juggle? Come look, you might have been a legendary soup magician. Children squealed with delight, adults blushed, dogs wagged their tails at a version of themselves with extra stylish ears and a dog collar crusted with diamonds. But one little boy, Timble Tom, looked in the mirror and saw nothing grand or silly, just himself, holding a lantern and lighting a path for the others. Is that me? He whispered. Yes, said the mirror gently, the version of you that chooses kindness. Timble Tom smiled, and somehow the lantern in his hand glowed a little brighter. By afternoon the mirrors began humming softly, a sound like 1,000 possibilities humming lullabies. Princess Gigglepant asked them, why are you doing this? 1,000 reflections answered as one. Because sometimes people forget how many wonderful futures they are capable of. The townsfolk stood quietly, humbled, as sunset brushed gold across the sky. The mirrors flickered, shivered, and returned to their normal self. Lady Tillytock's hat was once again just a hat. Captain Wobbleboot stopped tap-dancing to the disappointment of the Martians. Sir Stumblepants' lion tamer vanished with a soft roar. But little Timble Tom, his lantern stayed bright, and everyone noticed. So there you go, guys. That's Topsy Tickletown. David Mirrors showed other possibilities. Join me tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow evening, Saturday evening, for the next chapter, 63, the day the wind borrowed everyone's voices. So, the day the wind borrowed everyone's voices, Saturday evening, guys. And then we're going to go and see Charlotte and Edward. This is the finale, guys. It's just to wrap the story up. The final chapter of Edward and Charlotte's love story. The day I met him. The Garden in Summer, where Charlotte reflects years later on the quiet, enduring love and faith they had shaped their lives together. So remember, guys, is Charlotte and Edward years later after their marriage, they haven't even got children, their hair's going a bit grey. So we're just going to wrap up tomorrow, guys, tomorrow morning. So join me for that. Charlotte and Edward's love story, the epilogue, just to tidy things up and see that they're living a happy and contented life. So there you go, guys. Thank you for joining me in Poetry Corner, and enjoy your evening, guys. Friday evening is a gateway to the weekend. Yippoo. So there you go, guys. So we're going to see Sean Edwards. We're going to go into the future and visit them and see how their marriage is getting on years later as they settled into married life. And then we're off to Topsy Tickle Town to see why the wind borrowed everyone's voices. So there you go, guys. That's it today. It's wrapped up for Poetry Corner. And there you go, guys. And then, so we've got new poems tomorrow. Sean Edwards' love story. Years later into their marriage, we're just going to go and see how they're getting on. Our last final visit to them to wish them well. And then we're off to Topsy Tickle Town to see why the wind borrowed everyone's voices. So there we go, guys. Take care now, and thank you for joining me in Poetry Corner. Tomorrow is the weekend, so I wish you a happy weekend in advance. Until then, take care, guys. God bless us all, and stay safe. Bye bye now.